Hello, Julia Marino. We're just currently waiting for a VIP. I lost the connection. I'll just say that I'm on the right live here. Are we on the same stream? Are we on the same stream? There you are. Yeah, Star Kid, I've been waiting here for, I don't know, something happened. I just lost the connection completely. I'm so sorry. So guys, something went completely wrong. I crashed out. I do need to set some rules in the future regarding free spreads, because we did see on the first VIP that, because I don't get many people who are donating, right? So no, I'm not tired. I'm on Red Bull. So the thing is that I need to set some rules, because when I do 3 questions, I'm not used to people donating. So when I get 3 questions, I sometimes have trouble setting limits. I love what I do, but in return there have been before, and there have we did see first client today did keep pulling out. So when you get 1 question for free, that is 1 question, you know. And if I give you more, that's because maybe there is not so many. Now, Star Kid here, he's been patient and waiting for 1 hour because someone, you know, it's not Cozy Coffee's fault, it's my fault because I didn't keep track of time. I do love my job very much. However, when you do donate $10, it's 3 questions. It's not equal. If I give you 1 hour, then that's pretty much earn up to 3 questions. I hope you understand that. So Star Kid has been patient with me. I completely understand if you want to kick me in the face and get your money back. I have had 1 incident before. However, she was actually someone who got what she paid for. I did go back. So that was just someone being a jerk. However, I'm just going to make it clear to you that you're always welcome on my side. Star Kid, your turn. So I felt so bad when you told me you've been waiting for 1 hour. For me, it was 20 minutes. So in the future, I need to set some clear rules that because already when someone asks me about someone's feelings, you know, instead of putting 1 row, I put up 3 rows, and that alone is a lot of communication back and forward. And trust me, there are far more than 3 questions that I've been giving out or answering on the 2 first clients today. I think you were here, Star Kid, to see that. Guys, we are 11 people online. You could afford to give me a thumbs up, right? Even you, 1 more time, Star Kid. So yes, Star Kid, I'm going to give you the rest of the time here, and I'm really happy that you can forgive me. In return, you're also going to get a 1 hour if that's what it needs to take to make up that. So, guys, the free spreads are over today, unless you want to have a VIP, but today it is waiting time. I'm going to put an end to, for now, Star Kid, I owe you an hour for all that waiting time. So, and I have no problem with it. I love my job. But in the future, when you free spread, one question is one question, and that's 7 cards. But everything around that is, that's when you time to say thank you. And that goes also for the other people who's paid before and stretch out 3 questions. Is I'll be sitting around like, yeah, I have one more question. Yeah, but I've been sitting here. Norwegians, we don't work for $10 an hour. Maybe in Spain they do, but we don't. And there are other people. If it comes to that case, I will let you know. I just have to make that clear. If you want to have more time without all the, because it's difficult also to concentrate when I have 20 people keeping interrupting me. So when I do this read now for Star Kid, it's going to be about Star Kid. And if I feel awake after Star Kid's got his read, I will give you a free spread. However, I will be back again. This is what I do, guys, okay? But I need to set more and more strict rules all the time because people tend to stretch the rules. Dig, 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 dig. If you have to go that far, maybe you should use those money and go and see a psychiatrist. So let's start, Kid, and let's make this worth your waiting time. Everyone else, thank you so much. However, I would be honored if you gave me a thumbs up, despite that I cannot give you a free spread. If it's that kind of compromising, then yeah, need I say more? Gulam, you are here and you have not given me a thumbs up. I only have 1 thumbs up. It is being taken noted of because I see who's here and I do see 1 person giving me a thumbs up. And you want to come back here and get a free spread? I do see now only 1 person giving me a thumbs up. And so and I told you also before, people who are active on my site in general, they will also, Fatima, she's very active on my site. Of course, she will be prioritized. So you're in for the cake and then you're out again. Okay, we do take note of that, guys. So again, still, I see 10 people. I see 1 single thumbs up. And you want me to work for free for you, okay? It's not a very nice thing to do if you're in karma. Okay, so for those of you actually giving me, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because if I'm going to continue giving out free spreads like this, I'm going to need your thumbs up, okay? I'm going to need them. So, Star Kid, let's get started and waste no time. So I asked about my interview last time and it went exactly as you predicted. I lost both of my interviews in final rounds. Oh my good God. As so, I got rejected. I am going back to my hometown end of this month. I still having visa of more than 1 year in UK. Can you please guide me on my future and what I need to take care of in India also? Of course, let's do that, Star Kid. Let's do that. Okay, so as I got rejected, I'm going back to my hometown end of this month. I still have visa of more than 1 year in the UK. Can you please guide me on my future and what I need to take in India also? Okay, so you're going back to India. Let's have a look and see see this. Okay, have a look at this. Yeah, because now I think I remember as much as, you know, I love being in India. I love being in India. And last time I was in India, I was arrogant enough to think that, oh, my visa lasts forever, you know. It didn't. Okay, it's easy to get a new visa. It wasn't. So I think I told you before something about the fact that that India have very, very low wages. Needless to say, when I worked in India on the side, just for fun, I charged people 100 rupee, which is estimated €1 for one read, right? Adapting to the low wages there. Obviously, I could not feed myself with that. It was just symbolic. So when I'm going to create an introduction regarding here, we have Ganesha here on place to guide us. We are going to have a look first on what is going to happen when you are in fact in India first. Okay? So I'm going to steal your 3 questions and do this research unless you have something you want to add to what I do now in regards for you. Should you stay in India or should you go back to the UK or should you leave back to India at all, as getting a visa to the UK isn't easy. I have a similar issue in a way. I have to go back to India next year. We both know that one ticket to India is not very cheap. Am I wrong? Needless to say that you want to go back to England and you want to be prepared for what's coming there. And that's also going to cost you a few coins. No? So we are going to have a look at what it exactly is going to cost you. We know the prices, and for what I know, maybe you come from a family which are billionaires, you know, which would laugh at my salary. Or maybe you are in a position where you might come from a regular middle class. And when that's said, we are going to take all those things into consideration when we do this research. Okay. So, show me, what is it that Stark Kid needs to know regarding his return to India? If he keeps staying there, what if you just stay there and finds out I don't want to go back? What will happen then? Okay, first of all, This is, don't think of this as anything sexual, but there is a lot of love here, okay? This is the first thing, that you carry a lot of love with you, which I love, by the way. Okay. Thank you, Fatima. Danyavad. We also have a queen. Starkey, do you have a lady waiting for you in India? Fatima, you are so far the only one on the list, because I was supposed to go to bed 3 hours ago, but because we got a VIP read, actually, I'm still up. So currently on StarKid, and I want to give all of you a read, but I will be back more than once this week. So just let us see what we have time for here. But you have two interesting cards popping up here, StarKid. I want to show boobs, so I'm going to keep it like this. And this is interesting, because what on earth does that have to do with you going back to India? But Two of Cups is usually nothing more special than this. Sometimes it can be like, I have a business, you have a business, let's join forces. However, I always thought that was a little bit strange when it comes to Two of Cups, because Cups is love. Either within, it's we love. It can also be something we love, but for me, Two of Cups is either an engagement or two people who love each other, who are reuniting, mother and a child even. But in certain cases, it can also have something to do with business. It's followed up by a character here, which possibly is you, someone who shows me leader capacity and a lot of creativity. We do see Three of Swords here. That is grief, that is heartbreak, this hurts. I am sorry. Obviously, I don't know if you're in a relationship, StarKid, and you're being awfully silent, man, right now. Now, when that's said, I don't know if you are in a relationship, but thing here is that I know a lot about being away from home and being away from the people you love. Not only have I been traveling 7-8 years straight, I always wake up in a foreign country. Now I feel safe because I'm just in Spain. That's, I'm 3 hours away from Norway. The last few years of my life, I wake up in a bed in India somewhere, or in Thailand, or in Kathmandu, or Portugal. You goes a little bit nut. So I don't know, StarKid. You don't feel any homesickness, do you? Please say no. Please say no. But do you feel a little bit? I feel a little bit, I understand. But there is 3 swords here. There are 3 swords here. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah. Because I really hope for your that you stay in UK, that you come back to the UK. Even though there are a lot of shitty things going on there, You're not a Muslim, are you? Stupid question. A lot about Jews this day. Yeah, I know. I've heard recently in media that there are some shit going on regarding the Muslims there. There are no issues with the Hindus or Sikhs or this kind of shit. I just don't know if it's somehow affecting you on a personal level. No. So this can be something about the future. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. So just like I told you, that this card simply means love, you know. Simply means this, that you're going home, you know, this is in the vibe. And whoever you're going to home to, they love you. It's in this case a reunion. Um, but it can also be a prediction. If I didn't know any better, because most people here, they ask about love, and it shows here that something hurts right here. Now, sometimes 3 swords in the heart can literally mean, you know, if you ask someone old, or even me, I've had heartache, physical heart or chest pains, you know. Mustafa, if you are the guy who are paying for this read, when you pay for it, I will use the Lightseer deck. However, I'm not reading for you, I'm reading for Star Kid. Okay, so let's see. You need to know, Star Kid, that you are showing up as someone very creative with the leader qualities. Someone who, and I know from living in India for some time that men in India have no issues whatsoever owning up to their feminine side. I also see how you grow up that, you know, I come to India and I'm thinking, oh, what a cute little girl. Oh, it's a boy. And so literally many of you raise, my experience west towards East India is that men in India have no issues embracing Shakti side, so to speak. I even see Indian men holding each other's hand, or if that's, you know, cuddling each other, touching each other. Well, if you did the same thing in Norway, you would be like, that's kind of faggy, you know. This can be a predictor, okay, that in time you might meet love, and that could lead to a heartbreak because there is so many hearts here. However, we also do see, yes, the end. This is a betrayal. This is literally whatever is upsetting you, Star Kid. You told me something that fed up. I think this is more than just being fed up. I'm just going to, we have one rule here, spam. Okay, so yeah, let's see. I'm gonna continue. Yeah, that's just is because it depends on the context. There's nothing about cards that can be very clear. I know in India, when I'm in India, people call me a fortune teller. However, I cannot take upon me that responsibility. I can just tell you what is in the card, and what is in the card here is psychological. And what is very precise here is that there is someone here who's got who have a lot of leader qualities. If you just want a yes no answer, then yes or no, that's not the world to be in. What I can tell you is that I extend the Celtic cross a little bit, because I promised you to extend the read a little bit. If you want me to do it very short, I can do that. But you want to know how it's going to be like when you go back to India, and if there is any chances for you in regards to go back to UK, if you should go back, and whatever, and what kind of options UK have for you, right? And so the hesitation is not really about hesitation. It's a little bit being confused by the cards that shows things. It shows me things that let's say they just don't make any sense. And that's why I put up more than one card in order to find out, so they can make any sense, okay? Because you want to know, right? How India is going to go for you, and you want to know, is it a good idea to go back to India, right? Or should you stay there? Should you go back to the UK, right? Any hesitation, I would say yes, you should go back to the UK, and we will find out why, okay? So what I do now is put up a Celtic cross in order to see, okay, what are the energies right now, what was in the past. And since the energies right now do not make any sense to me, that means that can sometimes be a prediction. That means that you might be dealing with a feminine person, unless that feminine person is ability that you have. Because here we do see love, and we see a heartbreak, and we do see betrayal and ruin, and that doesn't make any sense to me when you ask this kind of question. Can you see why I'm confused? Because I am not a magician here that, you know, if I were psychic, I could just tell you what will go on. So when the cards shows me something that doesn't make any sense in regards to the situation you're in, then it's a puzzle. Then I have to take a good look. But I can tell you here that the happiness is standing in your way here. I can see that you can tell me that you are happy in regards to the situation. Yeah, in that sense, I'll tell you that you're optimistic in regards to the situation. Today, I can tell you I was not very happy about this day because of certain things. And then I realized that, you know, there are a lot of things that are positive in regards to the situation. I mean, here you see that there is a problem here, creating something new or jumping out into something new. There is something here that's being repetitive. Something here goes on repeat. And what exactly is that? That's why I want to have a look in the house position as well. For now, I'm just doing the Celtic cross to see, okay, how is this trip gonna go, all right? I don't know literally nothing about your family. And if they have some lady waiting for you there, or if you are going to meet someone, or how long you plan to stay in India. But we do have a very positive card here with dominating the read. It's basically crowning the read. It's the sun shining here. Still, I am worried about this pain. Either it's your soul, maybe you're not acknowledging it, and this pain. Something that is to an end without the acknowledgement, and without that acknowledgement, it might go on repeat. Guys, the free spreads today are over. I'm on my last read, so you will have to come back our next free spread. I'm really sorry. That's just how it is. Yeah, things are going to stagnate when you, okay, you're going to meet some kind of wall. In the beginning, it's going to be all love, all gullible, all fun, maybe to see old friends, or, feel familiarity, and things are going to stagnate. You're going to meet some kind of a wall. Guys, I told you about 1 million that this is the last read today. Okay? The outside influences here is a loss of dedication and money, financial loss, and also dedication. But this is not you, this is outside influences. And with the situation going on in the UK now, it is not strange if I have to hesitate a little bit and use remote view. You are aware of the concept remote viewing, right? You know what that is. You do have something lovely here. You do have something lovely here, and I'm not even sure if you're hiding something for me, or if you're taking the piss, because there is something really warm and really beautiful here. Some kind of an offer, something. It's beautiful, it's creative, it's sexy. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Don't you see it? I have seen, people miss out on a lot of things because they don't want to look to the right. You feel me? I'm not so sure about it. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say someone are crushing on you and trying to throw love spells on you. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even sure. I'm skeptical towards that stuff myself. Yeah. Well, it could be a prediction that this is something coming in for you. But something is going to come in for you. And but there is fear here. Someone recently asked me something about Three of Cups. There is a fear here of disappointment, that you will disappoint maybe mommy, daddy, siblings, the world, that I feel personally. You can say no all you like, but we do have. Is there a way I can cover her titties like that? That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Thank you, Julia. Yeah, so thing is that some of this pain could have been here for so long, because I know that where you come from, the entire continent, that there is a lot of pressure that family and parents are putting on to the kids. Needless to say that there is a lot of pressure on all of us to pay the house rent today, to make things go around. There's a lot of pressure on all of us. Even me, in my age, I'm not exactly living up to what is expected of a lady, in her 40s. I'm not living up to that one bit. I'm doing what the fuck I want. And that is what I'm actually trying to tell people. Also, if there's something you love to do, you rather go for that, and you might have to work a few years extra in order to hit jackpot before, and give more F about what your family thinks. However, if you are financial codependent on your family, when I'm in Norway, I have nowhere else to go. My old girl's room, or I will freeze to death, basically. Yeah. So in that sense, there is no shame in that. Especially in a place where renting a regular apartment 50 square meter is €1,000 a month. Now, I do see things, although there is slander in all families and expectation, I do see that there is some frustration coming up here. I don't know, are your family talking about you getting married or some stuff like that? Namaste, Shaggy. Anyway, you do come out as now we are in India, okay? Now we are in India. You do come out as someone attractive, someone who are creative. You're coming out as someone who's got leadership, the ability to lead. I do see a lot of frustration here. You're going back there. And I do see that you could be directly frustrated and annoyed by old dogmas and laws that are expected in places like India. I'm like, okay, in a fun country, I'm thinking it was a game. There are certain things I will not bend to, and that goes for me. I live in England too, so I know the hidden laws and rules here. However, I do see a dominating mother figure here. I do see that there will be new pressures put upon you with the valor here. That people, Starkid, I will be honest with you. I wish you were here so I could get to know you with you on a more personal level, because I'm not sure. I would love to see a star chart, but the energies here that are dominating are older people, matriarch, patriarch, mother, father, grand people, elderly people who have dominating energies. And I have to be honest with you, I don't like it. Whatever expectation some have put onto you, it's too much, Starkin. The standard needs to go down a little bit, and you go back, ask for less, and then first be happy with the first brick that you build, and then the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, right? I have that luxury, so I can afford to do that. However, we are all in the same situation now. In my country, the crown has been falling with 30%, and the prices go up. What do we do? Here, there is a sacrifice. Here we see that there is something more that you need to learn. Okay? We also see that you might have to do something behind someone's back, because if they see that you do that, or you are making your own decisions in regards to situation, it will be hell on earth. You do have your valor here, and you do have something that is very attractive to your character. You do have value on the market in regards to getting married like that. I'm not sure that's your thing. Yeah, I feel you. Let's just say that this is trabajo, and this is, instead of magnetizing, instead of manifesting, this is the world. This is literally being in the other end of the world. This is literally you deflecting, not just deflecting. Instead of magnetizing your situation, attract what you want. Because of a certain pain here, which you might be willing to acknowledge, you are repelling a situation that could be beneficial for you. Do you understand? Because too, in that motion or notion where I can't take more of this planet, these people, what is going on with this world? I can't take anymore. I'm going down. I'm quitting. No, I don't even want to come back on this channel. Today I wasn't even thinking I'm going back on this channel. I'm quitting, right? And that's when your mind goes like this, and you start to repel. Instead of attracting situations that are beneficial for you, you repel them. There are people here that you need to detach from them and become financial independently, because they are toxic to your nature. And when you are in a situation when you are not even allowed to acknowledge that there is pain here that I carry, but if I acknowledge that it will be for real. Do you understand? So basically, you staying in India, the only thing I can see happening here is that things are going to go back into a specific norm. Things will be repetitive, and nothing new will happen. You need to reinvent the entire way you're thinking. I don't even know, I can't remember what kind of education you have. The question is, you love what you do. That's always, that is the formula, right? Oh, sneezing like fuck. Sorry. I'd have a look. Unless you have any other questions in regards to what I told you now. You come from the nicest and sweetest family. No. So I'm not going to diss them. Basically not base, but I do see an abuse of dominance, abuse, and this being projected onto you, on a young person, expectations, and then you having to take upon yourself whatever this is. But whatever they want is not what you want. When we have parents and they want us to be like this and become like that, it's a trait of narcissism. Why? Because it's not what your child wants. We are going to constantly be in a survival mode. The society will never change into the better. Of course, you, of course. I just wanted to know if you want me to have a look at your spread if you choose to return to UK as well. Because Starkid, you really ask for very little in comparison to my other clients. In that sense, I highly respect you for this. I love you for that, actually. Of course I can. I told you, like, I'm gonna make up for your waiting time here, because I feel so stupid being. I shouldn't feel stupid, but I do feel stupid. It was a mistake, but I really, when I set my mind on trying to help people, I just can't stop. If there is something I know, and that I can put that knowledge into your head and you can understand it and get, aha, I can do it like that. And if that somehow can help you, obviously I will try to put knowledge into you, right? So, we're going to have a small look at you and Britain if you come back, and what does it take for you? Because one thing you need to understand, that I told you this before, that you do have a lot of stuff in India alone, which is extremely pricey when you bring it overseas. I'm just going to bring you a little hint here. There are things you have in India that I need. There are things I have in India which I'm going to go back and pick up next year. But there are things you have in India that you will pay 2,000 rupee, okay? So that's 20 bucks. I would literally, if I had, enough money for that one thing, a specific thing I'm thinking about right now, which you easily could get hold of, I'd gladly pay €100 for that thing. Gladly. And you can't get that shit down here in Europe. I have to do that if I want it. That's just a little hint. If you thought about running something on your own on the side, okay? Ah, they're both in Canada. You need to understand, and I think Star Kid, you heard me saying this multiple of times, that I am on the last read today because someone paid me. It's called a VIP. And that means that when someone paid me to do a job, I'm not going to quit that job in order to give out something for free, for something that you get for free every time you are online. You are entitled to get free reads on this channel. Starkid have paid me twice now to do his read, and he's been waiting for a long time, even he paid. So I'm going to repeat myself today, and I said I'm on my last read. If I feel like it when I'm done reading Starkid, as he paid for the surface, I will see. If not, you need to remember I'm here and I work free practically day and night, 12 hours straight, a lot. And there is maybe 1 out of 100 who are now and then giving me some money for this job. So I'm going to do your second question now, the relationship between these two people. Okay, sorry for that, but I will be honest with you. I love giving people read, but it's not always that this read is favorable, because as you noticed, there are being demands on what I deliver, which it's not for me to deliver. Sometimes people ask me, can you do me? And like, people actually think I can do 5 people at once, and they are serious about it. I am not psychic. I read cards, and I have a brilliant offer, and that is $10 for 3 questions. And trust me, go somewhere else and try and see how much you will get for those $10. Try that. Okay, so I'm going to check out your sister and the relationship they two have together. How is this gonna go? Have a wonderful night, Sherry. Thank you for your understanding. So my sister Radhika is planning to get married to a man, Sajal, very soon. Will she be happy with him, and will my parents will agree on them, as they are not aware of their relationship? So let's have a look. Year clock here is 3:27. So I'm not a fan of sleeping in the middle of the day, I have to be honest with you. Looks like it's going to be one of those days anyway. That's how we like. All right, let's see here. So, on started and Radika. Oh, this is, yeah, here we have the Light Seers card. Will this be a successful marriage? Umekadantaya, Vidmahe Vakratundaya, Dimahi Tanunati Prachotaya. Umekadantaya, Vidmahe Vakratundaya, Tanunati Pracho. Oh, that. I don't know if it's my hands. What is sticky here? Umekadantaya, Vidmahe Vakratundaya, Dimahi Tanunati Prachotaya. Give me one more, please. Namah Shivaya. Okay, so let's check out how this will work out. So this is where I see the heartbreak. I'm not sure because I saw this heart pain in the other read. And so I don't understand, but I'm starting to think that is there a very strong connection between you and sister or something, because I see the same heartbreak is hidden in her read. And I find it a little bit strange. Inshallah, Habibi, Shubhratri. Mujhe tumatse kiya hai. Okay, so he seemed to me like a man who, well, you know, I'm always around, Fatima. You just relax. I see Nine of Swords. I do see issues already, Starkid. Needless to say that if things are going well, I am the first one who let you know. As in the past here, there were issues in regards to, what does this card want? King of Wands. Attractive. Seems like you come from a pretty nice gene pool, Starkid. How old are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not a joke. But my God. I'm not one of those who really believe in relationships. I mean, marriage, Starkid. I do see dominance here. I already see that the problems that you think about, it's already affecting the relationship somehow. It could be some guilt tripping, subconscious guilt tripping here. Because here we have Nine of Swords, we have Three of Swords. I don't know what's going on in the family, but what the hell, you know? What the hell? What your sister needs to learn and understand is that whatever, because I don't know if this is a standard Starkid, but I lived with Krishna himself last year. And he seemed like such a nice, fluffy guy, right? I'm just going to give you example of what I'm thinking here. And the thing is that, oh, he's cooking food and he's so warm and I'm a foreigner and that's so fucking interesting and blah, blah, blah. and I have to talk with everyone he knows, and there I find myself talking to complete strangers, you know, and I'm thinking like, oh, what a cozy guy, right? Until that day he was sitting on my veranda and farting and stuff like that. But in the end, you know, thinking, oh, this is a nice guy, right? And then one day, um, I see his son, 9-year-old son, come home, and his homework was something wrong with his homework, and he would take out a leather belt and go havoc on that child. I will, and I've seen other similar situations like that in India. And do you find that strange, Star Kid, that I find that a very strange behavior? And that these things could take place in the 60s in Norway. I also know that my grandfather would behave like that to my aunt. However, he would be 10 times worse because he didn't stop till there was nothing left to hit her with, and the blood would flow in all directions. My question is, do you find that strange? That I find that behavior strange? Is this the norm in India? You wonder, what does this have to do with her relationship? I'll tell you exactly why. You can put those two together, right? Is this the way Indian children in general are being raised? That if the homework is properly done, that daddy is going to come out and slap you senseless with a leather belt? Good morning, Max. Maybe you can answer me this one. I'm asking because if that is the norm, if that is the norm, yes, she will attract a partner that will do the same thing to her. That's the rule. That's basic psychology. Do you understand? So, good morning, Maximus. Good morning, Maximus. Good morning, good morning. So, okay. Many Indians have this idea that as soon as I find myself a good wife or a nice husband and squeeze out a few kids and I get a job in where the government job and well paid and parents will be so proud of me, that's when I will be happy, you know. And then we forget to dust off the puja a little bit. Doesn't matter whether Lakshmi is a little bit rusty, and someone take that very serious. However, you ask me if her heart will be broken or something bad will happen. The question is, what is bad? I'll be honest with you, for once, it's a little bit of a man thing to be a little bit black and white. Women here in the West, we agree upon that men are black or white, you know. Women, we like hues in between. So that's why I'm going through this pretty with a loop. You're asking a Scorpio, basically, to do this job, right? So, when I ask you this question, right? How is she being treated by her father and her mother? that's where your answer is, right? So she might rebel. She thinks she's rebelling by finding someone she thinks she's in love with. By going subconsciously against what she's not being allowed to do. All those things are based on a wound. So we attract something that is external of us, thinking, oh, they will save us and now we'll get marriage. In reality, we are attracting an old wound, which is very, very often a direct clone of the people who took care of us and either slapped us senseless with a leather belt or okay, there you have your answers, Starkid. I really, I don't mean you asking, and I don't do shallow reads. I don't do surface reads. I don't do yes or no, you will win the lottery. I am a natural psychologist in a sense. Happy, unhappy, I do see that the expectations are over the top and that expectations might not live up as she thought they would. Because I do see that this thing among Indians, even here in Spain, there is one person who would tell me that I can't stand my mom. I reject her at all costs. And my family, whatever they say, they're psychopaths, they bullshit, blah. And yet this family cannot stand me. They want me dead, basically, right? He would give me the impression that this does not affect him at all. Yet, absolutely all my senses says that in the end of the day, oh yes, it does. I'm not allowed to go near the house anymore. Why? Because he's dead scared. Deep down there, he wants everyone to think that he's a hero, he's a good guy, he's a good boy. Deep inside, that complex runs very deep within all of us. No, this marriage is not going to be a good thing. He's attracting another daddy. I don't think so. Already it's showing signs of things that daddy had done to her, which is digging deep down. I do have a good relationship with my mom. However, I still sometimes taking 2 steps back when she are in need of her explosive, when she gets pissed. Those wounds, there are certain wounds, I'm not sure if they ever can be healed. We are traumatized somehow. And girls, we attract a new daddy when we fall, or that sounds a little bit perv, but daddy issues, we want the bad guy, we want the rebel, but we also want them to love us, Very often we attract someone, if your daddy somehow have destroyed you, because there are many forms of abuse, Starkid, and not all of them are physical, not all of them are hitting their children with a leather belt like Mr. Krishna in India does. In Norway, he would be in jail by now for doing that. People see him as a psychopath. In India, that's the norm. Well, if that's the norm, this is what you get. Right? So what is a good relationship? What's a bad relationship? You know, things are usually a little bit more complex about that. I'm going to just have a small look at his character traits towards your sister. Okay? Small peek. Not a long one, just a small peek. Because now I'm a little, you know, it's, I'm, yeah, needless to say, my back hurts. Annika, the reads are closed for today. I'm not going to kill your kid with this. I just don't like to give up questions that are slightly imprecise. But then again, it's a card read, isn't it? But I really should have taken education as a psychiatrist instead. Maybe for some reason I don't even know how I know all this shit. And I'm also quite surprised that people don't know that basic shit, that the first stages of a child from 0 to 7 are the most essential stages of them all. That's the 7 C's, that's the 7 chakras. And no one's childhood is perfect. Needless to say, someone's childhood are better than others. Yeah. Yes, that's also a word, Max. We tend to be good at things that we are interested in. So it looks to me that this guy, he seemed to be very eager and in love with your sister. It's very fresh still. But when it comes to mentality, it seems to be some financial issues there. He do seem like someone who wants to commit in the long run. I just want to double check it because he do seem to have the correct intentions. He seemed very humble and at the same time setting limits. He's got a lot of passion. I do see that this could be a nice match. The trouble I see in the relationship can be just standard marriages, what you call it, issues that all marriage will have at some point. There are very rare perfect marriages. However, I don't like that the second role here is completely reversed. And what do you know? She is going to marry a child. Well, looks like she will have babies. According to the card anyway. He seems very Tower moment coming in there. No, I don't think your parents is going to be happy for this. Might put on a good pretense for sure. Oh, that's good. Well, death and so, oh my good God. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Starkid. No. That's regarding your sister. I'm sorry. Pretend all she like that. I'm so happy. I don't know when this is going to go down. I can't tell you when. I don't want to right now. But it's going to go down in one way or another at some point. According to the cards anyway. I want to have a look at you going back to the UK and see how that might go for you. Told you, I'm generous. And when you are, I don't think so, Annika. I'll see. No, I don't think so, because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning and I want to do more reads tomorrow. So I think Starkid also fell asleep here, but I'm just very dedicated to what I do. Okay, my last question, Raymond. I'm very sorry for taking your time this much. Don't be, Starkid. I am sorry for bitching. I mean, being. I feel I'm a little bit intense, okay? But I just want to help you. That's all. Okay. My last question, Raven, and I'm very sorry for your time this much. I will be following some spirituality back in India. Will I be successful in it, and will it be fruitful? Just say yes or no. Yes, it will be. It of course depends on the spirituality, but if your goal is to raise your frequencies and align yourself with God, it doesn't matter really the religion, as long as it doesn't involve blood sacrifice. Following a spiritual path is always the best thing you can do in the end of the day. That's why I left Europe and started with Calgary, because I wanted to dedicate myself to spirituality 24/7. And I did that for 2 months, then the pandemic came. Yes, it made me into a lot better person. Someone came and sabotaged that. And then the pandemic came, so here I am. Sure, I can. I told you. I'll make up for the poor guy. I had, I had no time sense, so I gave a three question, a VIP read 1 hour, and when you have to set your foot down and say, I know it's the 3 question thing, but when there is 1 hour and we've been talking, that I think I have pretty much delivered. So Maximus, if people talking about this, you need to know that I'm going to restructure how much I give in regards to a $10 question. However, I do this dark today because I feel like it. He had to wait too long. I'm not going to anyone, but sometimes there are people in this room who, I give out a free spread, and then they basically pull and pull and pull and pull and pull until I say, it's enough. You got your answer. Sometimes discovered earlier, before I left Spain, that people pay for it, and all of a sudden they are entitled to a full hour, and that's, you know, I can do that now because I'm officially done. Um, so that's one thing. um, but yes, Star Kid, he had paid for a read, so that's why before you just, I had to tell Shaylee earlier today that because she can be quick, get out, that's not good if someone paid for a read, you know. So yeah, I got to know further before anything happened because sometimes I'm actually in a dialogue with someone. So Star Kid, what do you need to know? Because I am in that understanding that um, thank you. Well, let's just say Maximus I'm easy to be taken advantage of. And when I put my foot down and say, okay, you've got 1 hour, I think that pretty much, I think I've given you at least 3 questions. 40 minutes. That's like when you get the look, what? How dare you? Well, ask someone else. Ask other card readers who are half my age if they will serve you that much for $10. You know, try find someone who bothers. So yeah. So on Star Kid, give me a question. Yes, Rohit. He's very pleased on you. So Star Kid, what's your last question? Or do you want me, because I was in understanding you need to know something more, right? Yes. Star Kid, you're not taking my time at all. Uh, you are a little slow on the response, but you're not doing anything wrong. I mean, I'm the one who, I will let you know. No, you're being generous and you're being kind. The answer to your question regarding spirituality is yes. It's going to be fruitful. Okay. You just need to learn one thing, the differentiation between the exoteric part, which Rohit here, she just showed to me that she follows the exoteric part of spirituality versus and the esoteric part of spirituality. Those things are 2 different things. So the exoteric part within spirituality is, it's nothing wrong with going to the temple and do this and this and this and this and this and this ritual. Most people, let's say, who goes to, let's say, church, for example, have no clue that all those rites taking place and rituals are ancient pagan rituals going thousands of years back and have nothing to do with the teachings of Christ. Aka, no, Christ, Krish, same thing, same, potato, right? That's the exoteric. So they think that if I go to church and pray to Jesus, which they have no clue is actually satanic religion. I'm going to go that far. The Catholic Church is a satanic religion. If they did their homework, they would know that. Them sitting here and praying to a guy who is is basically a corpse hanging across on the wall. And for this on spirituality, and the guy who is in front of me is shouting upwards in Latin. I have no clue what he's saying. He might as well, tell me to burn in hell, and I will sit there and smile. And that's it. This is kind of exactly what they're doing. The esoteric part is when you understand the secrets of your chakra, yoga, and that the real temple is your body, So when Christians say heaven, actually the head. When they say hell, you actually literally refer to the heel. And that Christ consciousness is attached to anahata, that's krish, compassion, right? And that enlightenment is attached to the pineal gland, which is a cone-shaped little thing which is sitting in the middle of the brain, and that the very symbol of Shiva, all these are mudras symbolizing vibrations and forces going on in the universe. The threshold itself, Anu, Enki, Enlil, mother, father, child, so forth, Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva. This is also a symbol of psychics, creation and crystallization. Om Namah Shivaya, the destruction of evil. We all have each and one mantra for all of them. Now, when you understand the esoteric part of spirituality, you're going to learn shit which no one else does. I go to the temple, and I've been to India, they teach me all sorts of stuff. And they do have a root, very few of them have no clue about sacred geometry and what it really does. Nobody knows what the forest field is, or the flower of life. However, Indians in general are more wise, have more knowledge about spirituality than people in the West. At your comfort zone right there. So if you follow the path, but you understand how to root yourself, how to balance the chakras. Even in Christianity, people have no clue that chakras are involved within the Bible. We're talking about seals, 7 archangels, 7 archons, 7 this, 7 that, 7 ways, the magic number. If you can understand this thing within spirituality, you're a guru, right? Now, if you go to a ritual and think that sacrificing a cow or an owl for Lakshmi, blood sacrifice, if you think that is going to be a win-win situation, I promise you, you are going to be thrown right back into that beautiful, beautiful reincarnation cycle. Blood sacrifice is equal to what they call Satanism in the West. And that's not the way. That's not the way. You need to understand the basics of spirituality, and that's said with one sentence: the transcendence of the self, the raising of the vibration, and that the heart, the anahata, is the very center of your entire being. It's so magnetized that the brain itself is barely a pea in comparison. I could keep talking. So I don't know, Star Kid, what religion, good evening, game girl, or good morning, should I say, maybe, what religion you belong to, Star Kid. But the same rule goes for all religions, you know. It goes for all religions. It's just there are many paths to Rome. You're all going to end up in the same place anyway. In that case, it's easier for me to follow you on that one. So if you follow Hinduism, I can tell you as much that you have a beautiful journey ahead of you. Sanskrit is cymatics, all mantras. You hear me say them all the time. They are cymatics. The Vedics, it's all science. And the texts that you have available for you, it's just a big joy learning about the past, the gods that's here and created giant civilization, and about, not to mention, the teachings of Patanjali, you know. And the more you learn, the more you will understand, oh my God, I don't know that much. It's an ocean of information, which I still am like, oh, you know, I wish I could take it all in at once. However, I cannot even speak Hindi, but I understand the construct of light language, shadow language, and what are the intentions of movers and all these things. Do you think you can understand these things? Yeah, it's going to get you very far. You can't not succeed going the spiritual path within Hinduism unless you start with blood sacrifice. Yes, there are dark sides to all religions. There are blood sacrifices in Christianity as well. And so that's not spirituality, that's just evil, you know. Maximus have a point. They say there is a false light there, that they will try to trap you and try to get you in here, down here. And I hear people say, oh, I want to go back and save everyone. Well, good luck with that, because there are endless of multi-dimensional gullies and identical Earths. So if you're going to keep doing that, well, you have an eternity ahead of you, being busy saving all the souls who are left back here on Earth. Needless to say, you can leave this space-time continuum. You know, when you die, you don't have to go back into the reincarnation cycle at all. You know, nobody can force you to do that. We do have free will. However, there are tricksters out there who can trick you back down here and say, you know, if you come back here, blah 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 blah, because what you call in India the asuras, I am not sure if that is synonymous with archons or jinns or whatever, but we call it archons here in the West. And we also have other entities, with Indians are very familiar with nagas and reptilians and so forth. And many of these entities, they are not good. And we are cattle to these beings. We are being fed upon, you know. And that's not nice. As long as we treat animals like that, why wouldn't someone treat like that, you know? It's karma. True. Sure. Do you want me to give you some sweet cards? One. So, a few messages from the beings that this civilization was right outside Bharat before. So the woman who made this card, there was a civilization outside, in the Indian Ocean, as Lemuria, and it's written about a lot, and that there apparently was a war between Lemurians and Atlantis was, they claim they found it, and I'm starting to agree upon it. Lemuria, however, everyone agreed that the land of Mu, was the Atlantic Oceans. So your DNA here says here that you have a unique gift. What I love about Indians is that they can look at an entity like this without saying that, oh my God, you're crazy, these entities do not exist. Yes, they do. They do exist. And there was a civilization, the root of civilization, Sumeria, Iran, Iraq, and Indus Valley. And so here it shows your power and your mission here on earth now. Your path in life is to learn and understand about compassion. You have unique gifts. It also says here that you belong, you could be Arcturian or some kind of starseed like that. That is true. Kali, I have some pictures of her. So it says here, it also says here that you could have some connections to the Orion system. Many of us do. You could check out the Orion Wars on Astral Legend TV. Okay. Fluff me sideways. Yeah. I'm a tarot, huh? Yeah, you and me both, gamer girl. I know. Figure the faces of the English people when they came and occupied India, and they see pictures of Kali and all sorts of demons. It's like, that's completely normal to have a picture of someone who are naked, drinking with skulls around her head. Needless to say, maybe like this is where Norwegians got the inspiration to black metal from. It says here, Star Kid, loosen your grip, destiny, addiction, let God in. So Star Kid, you literally are a Star Kid, you're a star seed, okay, literally. So you are among the, one claim it's about 400 or 800 million people who are star seeds. The rest are monkeys from Maldek. And so when you tell me a higher calling, it says here you do have a higher calling and you should answer that call. And so the thing here is, Star Kid, that you might hold on to dogmas and ideas, even within Hinduism, that doesn't serve your greater good or the greater good, and that you might need to reinvent yourself. And just you find it, many of these, you find it everywhere. If you read, in the Bhagavad Gita, I have the Tibetan Book of the Dead here, all books of wisdom. In the end of the day, it's about the transcendence of the self. You need to understand that you are, the ego is an illusion. And another secret I will teach you guys, which not many know about the samsara, maya, samsara, meaning illusion. The fact that we are in a illusion is also an illusion. Think about that a little bit. Think about that. That's deep, isn't it? Yeah, Star Kid, try to reinvent yourself and think about the fact that you do have something special to come with, which it's not necessarily being a computer genius or a doctor or a lawyer or any kind of these things. We do have many of those, but we do need more people come out and space out a little bit and lose, if you feel you need to control your situation, that will stop your spiritual development. You need to let go of that control and leave your trust in Shiva, Krishna, Vishnu, Rama, all the one and the highest one, right? They are all representative for the one and the highest one, great spirit, if you like, So lose your grip, let go, and I advise you, drop that Satguru guy because he's so full of BS, in my opinion anyway, and read some Osho instead. He knows his shit. He's far more fun. Sadhguru, I'm not saying that all his lectures are bullshit. I'm just saying that he's a very good businessman. Osho, at least, he could admit that he too sometimes could be flatulent and that he didn't mind. He was far more relaxed, and he wouldn't throw people out the window for reading tarot cards. He was a laid-back, chill guy. Osho is your guru, not sad guru. My God. That's just my opinion anyway. Doesn't matter. At least the true guru, Star Kid, is you. Okay, it's your higher self. So you connect that. That's what's happening when you raise your Kundalini energy. You could start doing Kundalini yoga or something in that direction, Patanjali yoga. You will raise your Kundalini, you will raise your awareness, and the snake, which is in the bottom, which we see symbolizes everywhere, even Christianity, literally comes from the serpent vibrations that are hiding in your root chakra. They are supposed to go up the spine, which is your spinal column fluid, and the Horus symbol, which we use in this Illuminati thing, symbolized by a falcon. That is your higher self. You're supposed to fuse these two energies, and they're supposed to meet in the Anahata, the heart chakra here. And this is where you turn into Krishna yourself. You are Krishna. All of you are Krishna. Krishna is not an entity out there. You're all God. You're all Krishna. Please understand. We're all crazy. Yes. So, Hanuman. Yeah. Here we are, starting talking Hindi as well. I'm sorry, Camille González, lo siento, no tengo nada papel aquí hoy porque... Sorry about that. Today we are done with this read was for Star Kid. So Star Kid, are you saturated? Satnam. You got it. I'm spiritual funny as well. So Satnam, are you spiritual certified? Certified. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Star Kid. Sometimes I suspect you for falling asleep in the middle of my lectures. That's very... Anyway, guys, I was supposed to go to sleep 12 o'clock today, but then I got 3 VIPs, and so I gotta eat. So here I am, I'm still awake. Same to you, Star Kid, and thank you for changing back to your real name. It's a really good name, trust me. So, and Rohit, Kamil, Anika, all of you, thank you so much. Dhanyavad, Shukriya, Bahut for coming to my channel. Really sorry, I was actually finished done 4 hours ago, but then someone came and paid me, so here I am. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. I will be back online again, but me, I don't like time schedules. They freak me out. And also, if you try to call me, I won't answer the phone call. I'm a phobia like that. So I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I would love to serve you again when you come back. And remember, 1 free question, 7 cards. If you want anything more than that, you're gonna have to pay me, just like Starkid did. Shivratri. Love you so much. Namaste.